What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Last time we finished up our rescue operation in Ordis. We were able to free Empress Priscilla and Toa. We were also able to break the mask that Angelica was wearing, so now she is back to normal. She's no under the gnome's control. Claire is obviously holding on emotionally by a thread as she leaves to go back to doing, stuff for Osborne. Barine obviously hopes that he can save her. So, we are going to move forward onto the next day. We still have quite a few people left to find and save, and we're going to get right on that. So, let's go. Touring Erebonia 2. Hard to believe this game's going to be wrapped up in just, like a week and a half in world. Ooh, you handle yourself pretty nicely, don't you, girl? I guess they don't call you a heavenly chariot for nothing. I had an inkling you'd pick up piloting the Merkbah before long. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I finished scoping out the situation throughout the Empire. Wow, nice work, Toa. Already? That was fast. Let's check it out then. You guys come join us too. You got it. I'll just switch over to autopilot. I see, so the security's been reduced over in the northeastern Lamar then. Uncle Zex did mention having the 3rd Armored Division patrol pull back. Should be just enough for us to make it to Alster and Rackle. That means they'll be stationed near Ordis instead. I doubt we'll be able to go back there for a while. And I gotta remember, the 24th, I believe, is the next 3 and 9 book. So that's 2 days from now. So it's most likely gonna be on the 3rd. Like, we're obviously probably, by the end of the 23rd, gonna rescue whoever we're rescuing next. I assume where it's going to be Alphen, or Elise, rather. I think Alphen will probably be last if she's in Heimdallar. So, probably after we rescue Elise, the day after, our Touring Erebonia 3 will probably be where we can find the next book, but we'll see. Right, looks like they carried out these measures in response to yesterday's events. That said, Milsante falls out of their jurisdiction, so the area is still under heavy surveillance. We'd have a hard time heading over that way. I'm sorry, everyone. I tried to find us an opening to leave, I really did. You've done a great enough job already, more than any of us could have asked. You've been a huge help both yesterday and today. In all honesty, you're putting even the Intelligence Division to shame. And you know what? Not one of us was expecting anything less. Thanks to you, Toa handling the ship is going to be a breeze from here on. That's my Toa. I do love me a working woman. How about a little reward for the effort, to the tune of, say, 20 kisses per hour? Angie, what's gotten into you? Yeesh, it's like I never even left. Having a good chuckle there? Oh, sorry, I got lost in the moment for a sec. It just felt like our days back at the main campus. Yeah, I know what you mean. We'd always gather in the engineering building to tinker with Angie's bike. And Reed would come by and help carry out some test runs for us. I even left it with you after all was said and done. Right. I gave it to Alice after that so RF could use it as the development sample. Yeah, and then we had to track Angelica down on her cross-continent tour for permission. So that's how it played out, eh? Wow, talk about a behind-the-scenes look. Yeah, who knew we'd manage to get the crew back together again? Well, not the whole crew. So the person who shot you in Himmel Cemetery, was it really? Yeah, it was George, no doubt in my mind. But...
Georg, 急所を外したようだが。
利用法を思いつきました。仮面の技術を応用すれば、それなりの駒にはなるかと。
なるほど。まあ、君の好きにするといい。人形を回収して撤収したまで。
アンジェリカ・ログナーにはここで一度死んでもらう。
If only for a time, so he knew she would get free.
悪夢から目覚められるか、女神任せになってしまうだろう。すまない。
So he's not all in. I had no idea he said that. So that's what he meant by he said you died. Not exactly the shining example of a heartless monster, is he? Though I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I wasn't exactly lucid then, so for all I know, it was just a convenient delusion. Still, it's an unmistakable fact that he set a bomb on the Courageous. I think it goes without saying that a happy reunion's probably off the table. Yeah, especially with the rest of my time ticking away. Crow. You can't just give up like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to try and make light of Crow's situation. But can you really look us in the eyes and tell us George is dead to you? If there's even the slightest, remotest possibility of rebuilding your friendship, isn't that more than enough reason to keep hope? Exactly. We made a promise to bring you all together again, a promise that we failed to keep 2 years ago. But now that we have Crow back, we might have another shot at making it happen. I'll do whatever I can to help as well. Same here. I owe you guys, after all. With all of us working together, I'm sure we can do it. You guys, here we go. Well, you make a fair point. Bit too early to be throwing in the towel just yet. Can't argue with you there. Alright, count me in next time you find some asses that need kicking. I got some new martial arts skills that I've been meaning to show off. Angelica. Can't wait to see them in action. I'll give it everything I have too. In fact, I've already got a ton of requests from all over, so go check them out pronto. Thanks. A ton, huh? It's the same as yesterday, or 2 days ago. Cody Red. Oh, is that gonna be actually about Cody? Alright, Monster is on West Lamar Highway. Brandy recognition. Okay, the Steinrose Distillery over in Alster. Oh, Kayla. She's the one we met with the Remiferia. She was with Lucy, rather. Okay. Meet me at the Hermit Barn and I'll tell you about it. Okay. A request from Alster, a person search, and another extermination request. Wait, who's this Kayla person? Remiferia could be one of those two we met at the lodge? I've never met them myself, but I wager our resident Duchess already has. Yeah, I bet you got their profiles down pat by now. All I'll say is one is from Remiferia, and the other, well, her circumstances are rather exceptional, you see. Though I suspect it's exactly as you may have already guessed. Ah, I getcha. Well, if you're curious, all you have to do is respond to the request. We should go check on those new locations we can get to as well. Sounds good to me. Raquel opened up just in time. Could have used a break after Ordis, but whatever. So does that mean... Yep, I'm gonna be your next watchdog, much as that bites. I'll be keeping a tight leash, so you best get your shit together, Schwarzer. You can tell he's actually enjoying this. He would not be Ash otherwise. Oh boy. Okay, Ash, I'll be counting on you. Heh, you're one lucky guy, Reen. Well then, let us prepare to set off once more. Yeah, so, well, let's see. Yeah, so everyone still gains levels from everything we do. They're just obviously not with us. Alright, well, the party keeps getting even bigger. So we're only gonna have 6 this time. I do want to mix things up. I don't always want to bring the same people. So like this time we're not gonna bring Crow and Jubilee. So let me bring Elliot. Oh, we're gonna have bonding events too, so. Let me bring Elliot. Let me bring. Actually, no. No, you know what? That's fine, yeah. I was gonna bring Emma, but we can bring Emma next time. Let me bring Elliot. We brought Eustace last time. Let's bring Sarah. Let's bring Alisa. And we can bring Laura. You can now visit Racco, Alster, the Rest Lodge, and the surrounding roads. You can also... Okay. Yep. How many? 5 again? Alright, who's it gonna be? Celine, huh? Okay, romantic one for Alisa and Sarah. And then we got normal ones for Yuna, Ash, and Celine. Alright, well, Ash and Celine are nearest, so I guess we'll handle them first. Meow. Hey, Celine, getting some good snoozes in, I see. You and Emma kept an eye on Angelica for us last night, right? Yeah, we were worried that Mask might have left her with some after effects. It ended up being just fine, but it just goes to show you how capable the Black Workshop really is. You're telling me, you know, there were a lot of facilities at their headquarters that I'd never seen before. Doubtless, it's just the tip of the iceberg. You can expect they'll be a big threat moving forward. We can't let their guard down around them. Celine's been an invaluable asset to us. This might actually be a good opportunity. Not to change the subject, but could you come down to the service with me later? I'd like to get you something special over around Parm. It's gotten into you since when do you invite me out to places? I was just thinking I hadn't properly thanked you for all that you did for me back at the Black Workshop. I've actually been meaning to say since way back during the Civil War. I'd say I'm long overdue for that by now, right? I told you it was all part of the mission, but I guess you'll throw a fuss no matter what I say. Well, far be it for me to turn you down. Just make sure you pick out something nice. Although, at the beginning of the Civil War, he was less than friendly with Celine. He was very upset that, you know, that Celine had decided to separate him from his friends. Alright, we're headed to Parm. They went around visiting shops and stalls, selling accessories made with the spinning town's famous artisan-dyed fabrics. After a while, they stopped by the inn for a break where they had some snacks and fresh farm milk. Or farm fresh milk. They then continued their search but were unable to find a suitable gift. As their hopes began to wane, they decided to check one more place, the general store's clothing section. It was there that Reen's gaze fell into a certain something. Sorry to keep you waiting, Celine. What took you so long? I had to explain to the shopkeeper what I was looking for. Got this made to order. Meow? That's... When I saw those beautifully dyed fabrics, I immediately thought of getting you a new ribbon. While the shopkeeper was making one for me, I found a matching choker, too. Looks good on you. Heh, thanks a lot. The pink looks pretty great against my black fur. Right? I knew you'd like it. It should suit you when you're in your other form, too. Just don't expect me to make a habit of shape-shifting. It's only for special occasions only. For someone as clueless about social interactions as you, this was very thoughtful. What is it? I was just thinking, we've known each other for a long time, haven't we? Remember the first time we spoke? It was during the Civil War. We piloted Valimar together. Now we joke around with another, and you've even seen my human form. I never expected our friendship would bloom like this myself. I'm really glad it did, though. Thank you for being such a good friend, Celine. Knock it off, you're making too much of a deal out of it. I don't want to have regrets later about things left unsaid. No telling if we'll get to hang out like this again, considering the situation. Might have sounded cheesy, but I was being sincere. Rain. You know I'm not good with this touchy-feely stuff, though. Ah, the things you make me do. You're such an idiot, Rain. So this ribbon's what? A goodbye gift in case we never see each other again after this? You don't seriously think this scrap of cloth is enough to pay me back for everything I've done over the years, do you? Huh? Don't imagine for a second I'm gonna let you get away with this. I'm gonna get you for this. You think you're all that, huh? Celine, I'm not perfect by any means. I have my bad habits, and you're always quick to point out the other failings of character I have. It's great that you do that. You're helping me become a better person, so thank you again. I consider you a work in progress. You're still a diamond in the rough, but I'll make you shine one day. One more thing. I've also benefited from our friendship. So I'd like to let you know you're not entirely useless. Were you just about to thank me? You wish. What I'm trying to say is you owe me, and maybe, in some very minor ways, I owe you too. So stick around until we're even, got it? Alright, that sounds good to me. The ribbon really does look pretty on you. Stop trying to get on my good side after making me so angry. Rain and Celine were then discovered by a group of curious children who started asking about her ears and tail. The two quickly slipped out of town and headed back to the ship. Yeah, probably for the best. Alright, that was nice. I definitely never saw that one before, because I didn't really bother with the Celine bonding events. Because you get very limited amount of bond. I think in most cases, like there's 5 here, I think you get 3. So I always focused on the, like, if this was my first playthrough, I definitely would have just done Alisa, Yuna, and Sarah. And then Ash's probably I never saw either. Oh, hello, you two. I've been thinking, Fei, you really are amazing. You're always so focused. You know exactly what you need to do to get stronger, and you pursue that goal wholeheartedly. Sure. Isn't it the same for you, Laura? I wish it was. Laura looks a little downhearted. I wish I was old enough for us to go drinking. What brought this on? Sarah always says that hitting up the bars is a great way to help your friends when they're down. I see. Then I look forward to the day we can go for a drink together. Sometimes I forget how great a friendship these two have. It's not just a matter of affection. There's also a really deep level of trust between them. Alright, bud. Let's get it over with. If the security in Northeast Lamar is on the lighter side, we should be able to make it to Rackle. I was thinking of going back home when I get the time, clean the place up a bit. Barely even had time to wipe down a counter or two last time I snuck in. I see, you had to wear a disguise back then, didn't you? Even if the IDF is withdrawing, the two of us are still wanted. We'll need to exercise full caution. I know that. What do you think, I was born yesterday or something? The only time I ever visited Ash's old home was during our field exercises. Maybe I should change that. Hey Ash, what do you say we head over sooner rather than later? I can pitch it with the cleaning too, if it's just a room for 2. What, you think baby Ash can't handle his own chores or something? More than I doubt we'll end up getting much time to spare anytime soon, the way things are going. Plus, it'd take almost no time at all if we head there via Valimar. Guess I ought to go now while the option still stands. Ah well, no use griping, Matt. Let's ride, Schwarzer. I'm surprised at this point Ash hasn't been like, hey, let me pilot Valimar. I mean, you would have expected that more last game, but they began tidying up. I'm actually very interested to see how this one's gonna go. Wow, that looks much better. I heard it had been cleaned up before, but there's still a lot of dust here. Looks like the guys who have been letting themselves in to clean have been busy lately. Guess it can't be helped with war so close. That's definitely true. Things should be about finished with your help. Suppose I ought to thank you or something, huh? Well, you're welcome. What's that in the back? Hey, you shouldn't just go around touching other people's stuff. Wait, what the heck is... Looks like it was hidden in the back of the bookshelf. Is it... It's a diary? Let me see that. No way. Mom must have been keeping a diary in secret. So it was your mom's. Wait, you never noticed it before? I've already read most of the books here, so I haven't touched the shelves in a long time. The last entry is from over 10 years ago. I guess Mom also forgot about it. All she writes is about me. Aww. It's like she's trying to embarrass me from the past. Wait, this. What's wrong? Ash shows Rean one of the pages from the old diary. He decided to drop by the club today on his way back from selling his wares. I guess he earned some good money. He pushed the mirror into my hand and said it was for the kid. Then he drank. I think he still feels guilt over leaving Ash with me. I feel like I should thank him. I often think about how happy this child has made me. I keep telling him he should at least stay longer, but he always says he's a good-for-nothing. He won't visit, he won't listen to a thing I say. Ash, is this? Huh, she didn't write a name. Must have been that long-legged guy who'd come up by Mom's work every so often. Don't remember his name, I always just called him Slims. The merchant who picked me up after what happened 14 years ago. You mean... I never heard a thing about him since. I assumed he died. According to the diary, he helped out with Mira every now and then. Or at least when he made some money on one of his trips. That doesn't sound very sincere. Seems like he had regrets about how he handled my situation. I gotta say, I'm curious about his story. Though, it probably boiled down to him just doing things out of guilt for pushing me on to Mom, like the diary says. Ash. If you want to do something about it, just say the word. I'll do whatever I can to try and find this traveling merchant. Appreciate it, but this is personal. It doesn't involve you. But don't you want to know the details of your past? Look, I understand how you feel. For a long time, there was a whole part of me I knew nothing about. It was hard learning the truth, but because I did, I can see a future now. Surely this is a step putting things right? Well... starting by knowing yourself, huh? Look at you, you go-getter. Sure, I'll take you up on your offer. Maybe play along and be teacher's pet for once. Great, glad to be on board. Return to the Merkaba. So I assume this is gonna be a Muse is gonna be a multi-parter. A traveling merchant, I mean, it's possible. Well, I'm sure there will be an opportunity at some point. Well, guess we'll find out. Nice little time with Ash there. Okay, so everyone else should be below deck. These three are having a chat. I don't want to Rean, how long have you been there? You got that I don't want to interrupt look on your face. Please, come join us. Yeah, grab a seat. Alright, if you insist. What were you guys talking about? We're trying to work out the logistics of mass-producing orbital bikes. Between all the work Angie and Alice have put in, it's looking like we can make it a reality. Guess all that testing finally paid off. Gotta say, it feels good. I only wish George was here to see this. Yeah. But hey, there's always tomorrow. I get how he must feel, but we have to force him to be honest with himself about who he really is, like you guys did for me. Bro. Yeah, let's get him back. We will, no matter what. Oh, also, I know I'm late to the party, but I've picked up Vantage Masters. I'm hoping to beat Crow, so what do you say you and I have a practice match when you got some time? Of course, it's for a good cause after all. Beating Crow is a good cause? Alright. I mean, it should be possible if... Why, Yuna, is that an Academy textbook I see? Could you be studying? Oh, come on, instructor. I might act carefree, but I've still got my responsibility as a student, you know. With all these new places to go and members of Old Class 7 around, I thought I'd take a chance to review what I learned back at the branch campus. For now, I've been looking into whether Crossbell might be able to regain its independence once this whole crisis is dealt with. This is some pretty dense stuff, though. I can already feel my brain melting away, seriously. You really are something, Yuna. No matter how dire things get, you always find a way to look ahead. Well, I gotta be good at something, I guess. You got some time on your hands, right, instructor? Maybe you could join me if you're up for it, I mean. Yuna's studying so hard, maybe I should stick around for a bit as her instructor. He hasn't gotten to do instructor stuff in a few months. Well, maybe I can help you sort out your thoughts while I'm here. Two heads are bound to be better than one, right? That's true. I think I'll take you up on that. Let's do it. Reina and Yuna then began looking into the possibility of future independence for Crossbell, debating the details and adjusting their points. Seeing him teach with his white hair and new outfit is definitely interesting. The subject was a difficult one, with many disparate elements to consider. Crossbell's earlier declaration as an independent state, the imperial occupation, and so forth. Oh god, everyone's getting in on this. I don't know why Sarah's here. Sarah didn't do much teaching in the academic sense. Eventually, even Muse and the Old Class 7 joined in the discussion, each contributing their own takes on the matter from an international framework. Can we get an answer? That was just what I needed. I was finally able to clear my head a bit, thanks to you and Muse and the rest from Old Class 7. I guess there'd be some challenges to Crossbell regaining its independence after all. Unfortunately so, Crossbell's reputation as the city of sin and Dietrich Kreuz's actions won't be forgotten anytime soon. Not to mention the rest of the corruption that infested its government, and the countless terrorist attacks that happened in the shadows. But that was all suppressed thanks to Governor General Rufus, so that's also something to consider. It's so complicated. Even if we survive all this end-of-the-world stuff, we still have a massive pile of problems to solve. I feel like I finally get it now, what Lloyd and the others are fighting for. Independence isn't something that can be won easily, not even close, but they still give it all they've got. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. What about you, Yuna? Are you planning to give up with all these obstacles blocking the way? What? No, never. Even if we're part of Erebonia now, we'll always be Crossbell. We take pride in that. Of course, I know we've lost our home in a physical sense. But if the people of Crossbell can find a way to stay true to themselves, we'll never lose that pride. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe there's a way for Crossbell and Erebonia to coexist together. If both sides hold their head high, I'm sure we can carve out the path between us. Yuna. I think you might just have stumbled to a hint into all this. You've grown so much since we started, it's incredible. Jeez, he's so much sometimes. I guess old habits die hard.
当然です。ここまで7組でたくさんのことを学んできましたし、それに実は私こう見えても褒められて伸びるタイプなんですよ。
Haha, I see. Let's keep giving it all we've got, Yuna. I'm behind you every step of the way.
どうしよう。私やっぱり。
Yeah, you are, but it's okay. Probably a two-parter story as well down the road. Right, Alisa and Sarah. Let's handle Alisa, and then we'll talk to Sarah. Oh, she's not drinking, she has flowers. That's no good either. I wonder if here might... Alisa, what are you up to? Oh, Reen. I was just thinking of giving my EXA some proper maintenance. So I'm trying to find a good spot somewhere down on the surface. The EXA was RS version of Liberalian's Orbital Gear, right? That's the one. It folds up pretty nicely, so it's fine in the hold, but actually using it takes up a lot more space. We have the maintenance kit and everything, so anywhere outdoors would work just fine. I see. Maybe I should help Alisa search for a good location? Yeah. Would you mind if I helped out with the search? I can lend a hand or two with the equipment, too. This could be the chance I was waiting for. What was that? Nothing, nothing. Thanks for offering, Rain. Mind if I take you up on that? Rain and Alisa consulted their radars and maps to find a suitable location. They soon headed off to one of the more promising candidates out of the view of the public eye. Are we going back in the forest? Oh no, this is between Rackle and the field exercise camp. So this is the route Yuna and the others took to Alster last time, huh? Oh, I guess it's on the other side. We're out of sight of the main road here. We should be able to work in peace. We can always escape with Valimar if things go south. Guess we should get started. Can I see the manual? Sure thing, here. Looks like you've managed to follow the instructions all right so far. Surprised. I thought you didn't work on maintenance or the projects and management side of things. I assume you picked it up along the way? Well, I'm still nothing special compared to Tita. But I figure it's kind of silly to be working in this industry if I don't have an understanding of what's going on the ground level. Especially if I want to do something about the destruction caused by orbital weaponry. I did my best to revise this manual so that it's easier for the average consumer to do their own maintenance. Wow, that's seriously impressive, Alisa. You've really worked hard to make it this far without relying on your mother or her connections. No help from Sharon this time either, huh? Right, although I wish I did have her here for different reasons. Alisa, say, Reen, what is it? When you offered to help me out today, I was really happy. For a second, I actually thought about turning you down. But in the end, I thought better of it. There's something I need to say. Uh-oh. Do you remember what you told me at the summer festival? You said I was irreplaceable to you and that you wanted to keep supporting me. You've always meant more to me than anyone else, and that feeling's only gotten stronger over time. But... Alisa, wait, hold on a second. Ouch! Way to break a guy's heart when he's already struggling with so much. Is this about your dad? Yes. First, my mom decides to cooperate with the government to make all these crazy Panzer Soldats and weapons of war. Then the woman who's been like a sister to me all my life turned against us. Alisa. Then finally it turns out my dad's still alive and that he's involved with the Curse of Erebonia. Altina and Milliam have suffered so much, all because of my family. And you've been forced to carry such a huge burden. I can't help but feel responsible, and it's just too much. So for now, can we just go back to being friends? That way I'll be able to concentrate on supporting you 100%. I don't want to waste energy clinging to some hopeless dream. So please, let's just... Alisa. You just tore his heart apart. Alright, I understand. If that's how you feel, I won't push you. He is trying so hard to keep that in. But please, Alisa, just keep this in mind. I'm grateful you want to be there for me, but if you ever need me for anything, I hope you'll let me be there for you too. In that respect, I guess we're not so different. Thank you. Right now, that'll have to be enough for me. Alright, let's get back to work. There's still plenty for both of us to do. We can't slow down now. Alisa. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, I'm not going the Alisa route, but you gotta think, like, how much that sucks. Like, you just imagine, like, okay, Alisa turned down Rean, and then by the end of this whole event, he falls in love with somebody else. And then she feels horrible because she pushed him away. Their feelings were hard to put into words. They still parted ways with a smile. A special moment is one word to give it. Alright, let's do our final bonding event with... Wait, where are we? Right, down here. With Sarah, and then we'll move forward. It's so weird, too. It's like... Obviously, we haven't had too many bonding events yet. This is only our second batch. But, like, obviously, Fee... it's the opposite kind of, like, effect. Fee basically confessed during her bonding event, and Alisa, who had already confessed, is now pushing him away. Because she wants to be able to focus on what's happening here 100%. And I also think she's afraid because she doesn't know if Rean's going to make it through this. So she doesn't want to break her heart even more. Her own heart, rather. Really? Milliam said that? Yes, she was hoping we could make it together. Hey guys, what's this about Milliam? Instructor Rean. Eustace was telling me Milliam wanted to make something special to surprise me. A, giant pancake. She showed me a basic blueprint she drew up for it. It was supposed to be 2 arcs long across the middle. I tried to tell her there wasn't a griddle in Erebonia big enough to cook something that size, but she just said she'd have to make a giant pan too. That's so like her. Yeah, classic Milliam, always dragging people into her weird schemes. But it really isn't a bad idea. With Columbus power, casting a giant griddle isn't entirely out of the question. You come up with some pretty bold ideas yourself, Altina. It does sound like it'd be fun to try out. See, I do like this. You know, obviously, Eustace and Altina have a very common point to be able to bond and talk about, and that's Milliam. And you have that with a lot of characters, too. Alright, Sarah. What are those flowers for, Instructor Sarah? Oh, these? Just a little errand of mine is all. I'm planning on heading down to the surface for a little bit. You can just reach me on my Arcus if you need me. I'll be sure to catch up with you guys right away. Sure thing. What could she be doing with a bunch of flowers? The imagination runs wild. But if my hunch is right... Sorry if I'm getting the wrong idea, but... Are those for your father? Oh, right, we did talk about that, didn't we? The battle was what set me on the path to becoming a bracer. Today is actually the anniversary of his death, right in the middle of all our operations. I see. Hey, Instructor Sarah, I don't mean to be a bother, but... He wants to go with her. He did promise that he would. So the Aragon mine is just up ahead, huh? That's right, noble families and heavy industry leaders have been fighting over the mining rights here for years. They never get their own hands dirty, of course. They've got Northern Jaegers and Nidhogger for that. Kind of interesting, we haven't seen any Jaeger... I mean, obviously, not counting... Well, I guess... I was gonna say we haven't seen any Jaegers since the beginning of this game, but obviously we've got Gilbert's crew, and then we have Red Constellation and Zephyr, but it's not like there have been big confrontations with them like there were in the last game. Unlike Saxon, the RF group has very little influence over Aragon. At least that's the way it was 8 years ago. A lot of people are interested in this place. The Imperial Army, the Provincial Army, the Noble and Reformist factions. Things really started heating up when it looked like the fighting would reach the town itself. That's when my squad got ambushed by Nidhogger. I always thought we were the better fighters, but... Sarah. The noble family that hired us isn't even around anymore, and the company that was paying Nidhogger went out of business too. So much can change in just a few years. Huh? Well, well, look who we got here. Oh boy. Nidhogger Jaeger Corps. You're Nidhogger, what's going on here? And the Northern Jaegers. I heard you were working together, but it's kind of hard to believe. Everyone's pals now that you're all Imperial dogs, is that it? Call it what you want, it's only temporary. But don't get the wrong idea, we're not here to fight. Not today. Huh? Oh, they're here to pay respects too? All of us hold Colonel Valestein in the greatest regard. We won't ever forget what he did for us. We might fight for the Empire now, but we wanted to at least pay our respects. We lost good men and women on that day too. Since we're supposed to be allies now, we figured we could put aside our differences and come here to remember those who have passed. I see. Looks like we misjudged you. I should have expected this from one of the most elite Jaeger Corps in existence. Makes sense you've had some pride. Heh, don't sweat it. We'll go make our offerings now. Don't worry, we didn't skimp, it's the good stuff. What the? This presence. Rean, do you think? Yeah, they're coming. Oh. Wow, we haven't seen some Pleroma grass in a while. What? Hostile spirits? Quick, get out of here, go! Oh no. They're being taken over. Ugh, it hurts, curse you all. Why? Why do we have to die out here so far from home? There. No way, the spirits have been here the whole time? Oh, it's the spirits of people who died during that. The Great Twilight again. It's the last thing we need. Might have to happen today of all days. Rean, we'd better... Your powers of a sacrifice are attracting them. Rean, stop it! We can't just let them wipe everyone out. I'm fine, I promise. Just take care of the others and get out of here. Rean! Phew. What the heck was that just now? Fall back, all of you. This isn't the kind of enemy you can deal with. But we can't just sit back and watch. Listen to me, you only get in the way. You might even get possessed again. I need to go get my student back. I can't let anything interfere with that. Fine, but don't you dare die, Sarah. Shoot, retreat. Good luck, Purple Lightning. It's kind of like with Fee, but a little different. Heh, I know this isn't the time or place, but I can't help feeling kind of pumped. Dad, lend me your strength. I can do this. I'm the Purple Lightning, A-rank bracer, Imperial Guild member, and instructor of the old Class 7. I'm Sarah Valestein. Here I go. Oh boy, Rean.
せなさい。
I wonder if it's gonna be the same as Fee, where you can't actually like beat him. Oh boy. Oh, that is not enough.
ここからが本番よ。
Like, I can heal, obviously, but it's not gonna do more than the damage he's doing.
ええ。イカズチよ、私に力を。はあ。生きた。私の番ね。切り刻め。なあ。
Oh no. Oh, well, we're KO'd here. Oh wow, we're alive.
任せなさい。これはおまけよ。
Oh, perfect.
ええ。
Okay, so you can win. Huh? Haha, I always knew you had the potential. You've really grown these last 3 years, Reen. Sorry, Dad. Please forgive me. Huh?
いいわよ、リーン。お姉さんが受け止めてあげる。だから戻ってきなさい。君の大切な人たちのためにも。
Shut the hell up. Oh boy. Reen. Get back. Well, why? Stop it. Don't you know what'll happen if you keep pushing yourself like that? I could say the same to you. Huh? You're going to stop me? I have people that need me? What gives you any right to say that to me when you're planning to throw away your own life? You're not your father, Sarah. You don't have to do what he did. He wouldn't want that. No one does. You know that, right? But besides, you're just as important to me as the others. I don't want to do this if you're not here with me. Reen, that's so like him.
ごめんなさい。私がバカだったみたい。だからね、リーン。どうか泣かないでちょうだい。
I'm not crying. I'm just glad you're all right. I'm so sorry. Boy, you sure are a problem child. I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? Exhausted from their battle, Reen and Sarah collapse next to each other. After resting for a while, they return to the ship together, sharing very few words along the way. Some way to pay my respects. Look at these poor things. I'll have to think of something else. Instructor? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have... No, it's okay. I appreciate you coming, Reen. It meant a lot to me. Huh? What I'm saying is, I'd love for you to come with me again, next time I try. If it's not too much trouble, I mean. Ah. Of course, I'd be happy to. Well, that definitely could have gone better, but it also could have gone very much worse. But that was nice. Alright, so next time we are going to get started on our requests that we have to handle, and then hopefully we can get some information as to where... Oh, who's on the deck, by the way? Gaius and Zio. Hey, Rain. Hello, instructor. Hi, Gaius, Kurt. Were the two of you talking about General Zex? Yes, Gaius was telling me about how he first met my uncle. Oh, right, the time when the troops at the Zender Gate got cornered by those wolf monsters. You rode right into their midst in some kind of gallant knight, Gaius. Huh, you got a good memory, Rain. Looking back on it now, they probably didn't need my help all that much. I got a little carried away when Zio raised the alarm. That's the side of the story I haven't heard before. It's kind of weird that Zek's nephew would end up in the same class that you'd be a part of. Must be fate or something. Or perhaps the will of the winds. 250 years ago, Roland Vander and Prince Drygles deepened their relationship with the warriors of Nord. As you said, instructor, I do feel like there's a mysterious connection there. Instructor Reen, I've heard you started playing Palm Party. I'd be honored to play against you at the time. Or if you prefer Vantage Masters, I'm familiar with that as well. Thanks, Kurt, I'll keep it in mind. Alright, so like I was saying before, next time we'll get started on these requests and see where it takes us. And my controller battery is running low, so that's a good time anyway. So, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.